Hey, what's up, yo? I'm back out here on my e-bike again, and I just wanted to give a quick update on this thing. I've been whipping around on this thing for a while now. I got over, I think I maybe about 550 miles on it now, and you know, I've been thinking about what to talk about this thing. As you can see, I'm a little rusty. I haven't been in front of the camera in a while, but I just wanted to go over a couple of the upgrades I did, a couple opinions I had. Last time I tried to say some opinions, but I was driving and just making shit up on the fly, so I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about before. But yeah, so what I got behind me right here is that Windone E2, the 20 by 4 inch fat tire e-bike. I got this, I think, back in February, and so far I like it. I've made a few upgrades on it to make it work better, but I will say this, so I'll give you my honest opinion on this thing. When I got this, I was expecting, excuse me, I was expecting that 28 miles an hour off the throttle, just like every YouTube video showed. Every single one showed that, 28 miles off the throttle. And so that's what I went on. I even checked Amazon, and it was that 28 miles per hour, and then you see PAS, you know what I mean? And if you don't know any better, which I didn't know what that meant. All I saw was 28 miles per hour. Every video showed it. I said, I like this. I like the all black bike. I'm going for it. So I went for it. When I got it, put it together, that was easy. When I took it out for the first ride, 19.8 on the display, which was really 18 miles an hour on GPS. So I was really disappointed about that, because like I said, every single YouTube video was showing that it was 28 miles an hour straight throttle. So yeah, that I wasn't happy about. So that's when I went and bought that high dose controller, because I saw the high doses are a bit stronger than these, you know what I'm saying? A little quicker. And so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna try that, and if I have to splice it, let's see what happens. That's what I had to do. My old knees. So I ended up splicing it, putting the high dose controller in there, which was, the original controller that came with this was, I think it was a 48 volt 20 amp, and it was locked. Couldn't do anything. I tried a whole bunch of different combination numbers on the display, wouldn't do it. So I did the high dose controller, and that seemed to unlock the speed. So that was cool, and that was a 48 volt 25 amp controller. The only thing different with that is now my pedal assist controls the throttle speed, where the original controller, I could put it on any pedal assist and throttle was always top. But so that was cool. So I upgraded the controller, got new tires. That's them Ultraverse tires I got on there. I just want to get rid of those knobby ones. They were loud, you know what I mean? There's loud hum. So these are wicked quiet. I drive by people and I can see them jumping and flinching because they don't know I'm right up on them until I'm going by them. And I'm in the middle of the street. So, so I did the controller, did the tires. I bought new brake pads. So the new brake pads on the front and back, so that's that. And then the new battery. So I got that 52 volt, 30 amp, 20 amp hour battery. And, and I will say that it does make a difference over that 48 volt, 20 amp hour one that I got before. There is a difference. I'll say this one seems to hit that 26, 27 mile per hour easy, and it stays there. Even going up hills, it'll stay in the 20s, 23, 24 miles an hour until it gets really steep. But it handles it, And the 48 volt one, you hit a hill and that shit's dropping almost immediately down to about 18 miles an hour. You can feel it struggling, So there is a difference going up hills just with the battery difference. And I did the ride through Lawrence yesterday with the 52 volt. And when I finished that, I went home and I swapped batteries, and then I just took a ride through like a country, the country of my town. And there was definitely a difference. Every hill I hit, it struggled, you know what I'm saying? So So those are the 4 main upgrades on that, you know, and I did order one more controller. I don't know if I'll ever get it because, you know, everything going on, but it was made for the Bafang 750 watt hub motor. So I'm waiting for that, and it's a 30 amp 48 volt controller, or 48 volt 30 amp controller. So I just want to see how that does, and it should have all the right plugs to plug this shit in. So, but that's where I'm at now. And I do want to say this is, you know, even though I got these new Ultraverse tires, you know, I was riding around thinking I was the shit, and I got a flat. I ran over a nail at a stop sign. Basically was fine, pulled up at the stop, took off, blah, 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 flat tire immediately. I pulled the nail out. I think I got pictures. If I find them, I'll put them here. Oh, my back. But yeah, got a flat, had to walk this thing home. Back tires flopping off everywhere. It's not even on the rim anymore. Damn, excuse me. And I had to walk it home about a mile. That shit was a workout, and that shit taught me a lesson, because now these tires got that flat out shit in them too. So I put new tube in the back tire. I filled both tires with with some flat out, the recommended, whatever they said, a quarter of a bag. Each tire got flat on it. So I'm trying to be prepared out here. So, but that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go take a ride. I'm trying to find new camera angles for this thing. I don't like wearing the vest. It's just weird. I have one. I just don't like having the vest on. So I'm trying to find different camera angles. I'm going to go see if I can make it to the country, check out this not dirt road, but this little back country road that I found that was pretty cool just to whip on, you know. So I'm going to go check that out. And when I get back there, I'll hit the record button and we'll check it out together. So let me hit this. I'm at a mile right now on the battery. It'll probably be about 6 miles when I hit that area. So until then, I'll be back. Hey, what's up, yo? So we are out here in Boxford, Massachusetts again. We're on the other side, well, one of the sides of the Boxford forest that I showed you last time. So I found this place. I was trying to get back out there, and I actually got lost. So this road is pretty cool. It's kind of long, so I figured let's just fucking whip it. You know what I mean? And you know, we got the 52 volt 20 amp hour battery in here. I think we are at, let's see, we're at 6.4 miles on the odometer on this trip this time. So, and one of the other things I wanted to mention about this battery too, compared to the 48 volt version of, you know, with the 20 amp hour, excuse me, damn. But aside from it having a little more oomph up hills and stuff, I also noticed the difference in the range, like how the battery's being used. So with the 52 volt battery, like the first 13 to 15 miles are off the first bar of the battery. So you're just getting full power, full speed, that whole first, let's call it 12 to 15 miles, because, you know, it kind of ranges how many hills you get. With the 48 volt 20 amp hour battery, that thing, it's about 6 to 7 miles per bar. So, you know, like, it might be 7 to 8 the first bar, then you're knocking down to about 14, 15 second bar, about 18, 19 the third bar. Like, so you're getting about 22 to pushing 24 miles. And with the 52 volt one, I was getting at least 25. I think we hit 28 miles on one trip I did. So the 52 volt is better all the way around so far. It hasn't burnt out my motor. I constantly check to see if it's warm. I'm checking the controller, and that's cool to the touch. You can't even feel like if anything was even happening with that, you know. So the battery, if I feel the side of it, if it's a cool day, you can feel the warmth, but over the past couple of days where it's been in the 60s, 70s, you feel the battery, you don't feel anything. It's just, it's cool. So Yep, I think my camera is still recording. Let me just make sure. Yes, it is. So let's just rip this thing here, you know. So my thing didn't go to sleep. I'm recording my little tracker thing here, and let's see how we do. Talking, I'm just enjoying the ride. You know, I should be calling out these numbers right now saying at least 25. But I think this thing is delayed a little bit too. My display is saying 29. Donkeys. For the most part, I'm just trying to keep this thing fully pinned on the throttle. Had to let up a couple times, cars coming. Probably get to the end of the street and just turn around. Because the street I was actually wanting to go down the other day we passed it already. just a nice little ride. I just wish it wasn't so far. Use like half the battery just to get here. Of course, this thing ain't recording right. Took that little hill, no problem. I don't think it was no problem. There's another farm right here. They got the horses out. I saw her walking out here yesterday when I took this ride too. Look at me becoming a regular out here in the oh, a couple more horses. Out here in the farmlands. I like those horses. They like a gold color, and then one of them's got like, their hoofs are like black, the main black man. I think we're getting close to the end of this road. We're at 9.5 on this trip now. Who's this, about 3 miles? I'm not sure how to get back. I took this left before, and it was like a big loop. But that was it. That was that little ride. Just give you just a quick one, just to get out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot to put on the other camera angle. Oh my! The whole reason why I came out here was to throw on the other camera to see how it looks. So I might have to bang a Yui. Yeah, we're gonna bang a Yui. I'm gonna put that other camera on, bang a Yui. We're gonna go back. So I'll be back. So we are back. We're gonna try this again. We're gonna go back down this road. Hopefully I don't freak these people out. But we're gonna see. Got a GoPro set up. So we're gonna try to get a new angle. I'm all messed up trying to get this camera adjusted, but I got a GoPro right to the like to my right off of my leg. So I just want to see how it looks with a new angle, see how this little mount does. It's kind of wobbly, but we're gonna give it a try, see how it does. So we're just gonna head back down here and just enjoy the ride, you know. I thought this was gonna be a little quicker. I actually did a lot of talking, so this is a lot long. I figured this would be like a 5-minute video, but let's see what's up. Let these cars go by so we could bang this wide ass Yui. Here we go. See how this other angle does. We're at 9.8. 9.9 miles on the display. We're doing 29 on the display, 25 on Waze. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting this new controller. I really want to give it a try, see if we can unlock this a little more, give it a little more speed, a little more torque off the start. Someone on this porch right now. Hopefully that GoPro is doing old ones, like one of the first, like the Heroes, I think it was. Not the silver one, but the gray ones. I don't know if it got like the image stabilization or not. We're gonna find out. It don't got the display on the back, and it's only shooting at it's 1080, but at 30 FPS. I don't know if you can see the horses. One's blonde and the other one's a brunette. Both were beautiful. There's some more over there. Pushing up this little hill, we hit 2021. Now, if I would have had the 48-volt battery in here, that would have probably dropped us down to like 15, 16 miles an hour. Camera on the other side, but every time I was getting on the bike, I was like kicking it. So unfortunately, I have to have it on my right side for now until I figure something else out. I just keep checking my GPS just to see where I can turn off. So yeah, there's a couple. I think those are donkeys and mules. Yeah, I think I gotta turn at that street that's lit up right there. I think that's what I was looking for the other day, or yesterday. Here's the walker. Not the Walking Dead walker. Let's head up this way. 17 up that little hill. I don't know if I've ever come down here before. I might have driven it in my car maybe once. I think at the end of this street, a couple houses got hit by those small little forest fires we had out here too. I think like it came up against their house and started melting the siding and stuff. They didn't burn down, but I think they caught a little like heat damage. We're at 12.1. 12.1 miles. We're still on. We haven't used the bar yet on the display. Some fire damage right here. I don't know if it was on camera, but there's some right to my right. So these are the houses that got some damage and stuff. Oxford State Forest. This is where we were that time when I came down here and we did that little off-road adventure. This car's parked right in front of that sign, so we'll pull up just so I can show you where I'm at, where it's official. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you can see it. But yeah, we here, Oxford State Forest. So that was the little ride here. Again, this video is definitely a lot longer than I expected, you know. And right now we're at 12.9 miles on this trip. The battery meter's still showing full, but I know within the next mile, maybe two, it's gonna drop a bar, and then, you know, my second bar will drop somewhere around the 19-21 mile range. I'll lose my second bar on this 52 battery. So, and then after that, I got about 3 or 5 miles to get home. So, you know, after I drop two, I know that's pretty much it. But all right, I think I'm gonna just wrap it up here. You know, I yapped it up a whole fucking lot, and then we took a nice ride. I messed up, so we had to redo it. But now we at the Oxford State Forest. This is where I was trying to get to anyway. So cool. So I think that's gonna do it. Until next time, deuces.